So maybe this is just a really nice guy that's, playing the friend role and hoping to win the girl's heart over time. Nasty, or even physically pulls the girl away. But it kind of stuck out in my mind. So after thinking more on it, I realized that he had actually gone after, women of friends, even family in the past. So this behavior in his mind was normal. Hello world, Prince here, and welcome to my channel, Gentlemen and Scholars, where we discuss dating, style, personal development, and so much more. So if you're new to the channel, definitely make sure you take a look around and like and subscribe, as it helps with the algorithm and it helps to facilitate that tight-knit community of gentlemen and scholars. All right, so for today's topic, we're gonna be going over mate guarding behavior and why this occurs. So we're gonna break down what mate guarding is, give an explanation, share some examples, and also explain why this occurs. So you're definitely not gonna wanna miss this. So definitely make sure you stick around until the end. So you may have heard this idea of mate guarding tossed around on YouTube, but what is it really? What are some real life examples? What does this look like in the real world? Well, we'll go into this in depth in just a second. So really, mate guarding can come in a variety of forms, but the idea here is that you're protecting your partner, either real or perceived, from potential suitors. So this can come in the form as being defensive during conversations, making snide remarks, or actually physically moving your woman away from the potential suitor. Again, keep in mind that this can also be perceived. In other words, this can occur even if this guy is not actually with the woman in question. So maybe this is just a really nice guy that's, playing the friend role and hoping to win the girl's heart over time. Maybe this guy is seen as just the provider and, the girl really has no interest in him, in which case I guess he does have a reason to worry. Or in some cases, maybe the guy really is just a friend and is just being protective of his friend. So now that we've defined mate guarding, where would something like this occur? Definitely at some place like a bar, where maybe there's one guy that's been talking to a woman for, let's say, the majority of the night, and then you come along and shoot your shot. You might find that this guy re-injects himself into the conversation in an effort to prevent you from getting anywhere with the girl. So I know a lot of you guys are still in school, so you can definitely find this happening there, as often the really pretty girls have a host of guys that are, playing the friend role in an effort to win her over time. And then when you even ask these guys about it, they might say, oh, we're just friends. But then when you go to make your approach and, go up to this girl, you'll find that they get very defensive, nasty, or even physically pulls the girl away. And that's how you know the whole friend thing, that's BS. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars family. And consider checking out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for free resources, Gentlemen and Scholars merch, book recommendations, consultation services, and our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook. Well, you'll learn personal development tips on how to build a successful life and become the gentleman of your dreams, style tips to develop an eye-catching, attractive, and unique personal avatar, and dating tips to attract, court, and keep the woman of your dreams. Visit the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for more. Now back to the video. So really, anywhere that there's an opportunity to be social, you can find this happening there. At the gym, you'll find this with a lot of guys. Maybe there's a guy that's fantasizing about a particular woman, and then when you go make your approach, you find him injecting himself into that conversation. He might end up making a snarky comment in an effort to make you look bad. He could assert his dominance in some subtle or maybe not so subtle way, or he could physically lure her away with some random excuse. In his mind, he could have claimed her, while in reality, she hasn't been thinking about him much at all. So why does mate guarding occur? Well, really, there are a host of reasons. So one of the more harmless reasons is, this guy friend can sense that his friend does not have any attraction for you. He might know that his friend is too nice and might not come right out and say this to you. So instead, he's nasty or dismissive towards you in an effort to get you to go away and avoid an awkward moment. Oftentimes, you'll find this in a more feminine guy in the group, as often he's more attuned to his friend's feelings. Another prominent reason for mate guarding is, well, you might be perceived as good looking by the man. See, the handsome man in this case might be treated negatively simply because he's viewed as a threat by this particular male. And deep down, he might be worried that he might lose his woman to this man. And this is not just for attractive men. This goes for charming, talented, and smart men too. So in short, if you are viewed as someone that's desirable to other men, you might call this reaction. Another reason this might occur is because the man might see you as higher value and is worried if you get too close, you might eventually take her from him. Or the man, for whatever reason, could be envious of you and instinctively mate guard. See, deep down, something is lacking in the man that is causing him to behave this way. So maybe he feels like he's not attractive enough. Maybe he feels he's not charming or doesn't make enough. Something is just lacking on the inside. And the irony here is when you act this way consistently, you tend to push the woman away and oftentimes right into the arms of the man you were worried about. So it's important to highlight that by acting this way, you actually cause what you don't want to happen. Therefore, it's best to remain calm in situations like this, and if your girl ends up taking the bait, you should view it as this guy did you a favor. More than likely, he wouldn't have lasted anyway. So to wrap up, I'll end with a short but personal story on my experience with mate guarding. So a couple years back, I actually had a family member admit to me that he was worried about bringing his girl around me because he was concerned that I might go after her. Honestly, I was puzzled. I explained to him, I'd never do that. You know me, but it kind of stuck out in my mind. So after thinking more on it, I realized that he had actually gone after, women of friends, even family in the past. So this behavior in his mind was normal. He simply didn't have much of a code of conduct or integrity when it came to things like this. And thus, he thought I would act in the same way that he acted in the past. But that's just not who I am. I don't go after taken women, especially of friends or family. It's just not something a gentleman does. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. If you have any questions for me, definitely feel free to, reach out. My information is in the bio below. Definitely make sure you like and subscribe this video, and let me know down below what you guys think about this one. Do you have any experience with mate guarding? Definitely let me know down below. And really quick, definitely make sure you check out the free ebook that I wrote. It's the Gentleman and Scholar's Ultimate Handbook, free ebook on the website. You can check that out in the description. The link is there. But until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, hope you enjoyed the video, and check out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, free resources, book recommendations, consultation services, and some pretty slick Gentlemen and Scholars merch. GNS hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, and so much more. Until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars.